Yo, what is up everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 17 Ultimate Team pack opening. Today we're opening up some Team of the Week packs. As you guys can see, I wasn't going to open these packs, but I saw on Twitter a lot of people were getting good pulls from these. They're like, yo, the pack guards are crazy high right now, you got to go into these. So I was like, why not? And check this elite pullout. It's T.Y. Hilton, 86 overall, and it's actually better than it looks. That card goes for over 80,000 coins because it goes into the Team of the Week LaShawn McCoy set, and it's easily the most expensive card there. It's the only elite card, I believe, in the set, so it's a lot of coins. It's really good. I didn't even know it was such a good pull until after I finished opening up the packs. So that replaces Cam as our second best pull of the year. That was crazy hype. And what I do want to talk about for the rest of this pack opening is what we were talking about in the last pack opening we did, but we didn't finish, which is week 4 action. I don't want to leave anybody's teams out as we get Ezekiel Elliott. Cowboys and Niners is one of the games we did not get to cover. Pretty much all the afternoon games as we get K1 Short. That guy goes for about 40,000 to 50,000 coins. These packs are lighting up with flames as we speak. So basically all the afternoon games and like Monday night, all that stuff we didn't get to talk about. Like, I don't think we talked much about Broncos and Buccaneers, where the Broncos defense is ridiculous. It's been ridiculous for the past year plus, but the start of this season, it's just like, I mean, they're doing what they did last year, literally winning them games. When Peyton was the quarterback, he didn't play too well, but the defense literally won them games with big plays, interceptions, and all of that. And they're doing it again, except this time they didn't need a big play because Jameis was boxed up from the start. No Doug Martin meant they didn't really have much of a running game. Charles Sims got injured. Akeem Talib was playing some crazy good defense in his return to Tampa Bay. And yeah, and then even with Trevor Siemian injured, Paxton Lynch came in and did a pretty good job. I think he led a touchdown drive and got them a couple of field goals as well. So Lynch can still be that guy. It's not too hard to be the guy for the Broncos at quarterback and help them win, and Lynch has proven he could be that guy as well. So it's crazy good for the Buccaneers. They're not too good. Jameis isn't playing too well right now. He's a little bit up and down. His mistakes are very costly, and then they have not much talent around that team. I thought they could be a breakout candidate this year to maybe like get a playoff berth, but it's not happening. They just do not look good right now. So, and especially with Doug Martin out, their offense looks kind of stuck. Moving on to Rams and Cardinals. Carson Palmer, before the concussion problem, which he has now and won't be playing Thursday night, was a problem for the Cardinals. Wasn't playing well, wasn't making good decisions, wasn't making good throws. The Cardinals, they like to go for the deep ball, and that's been limited for the most part of the season. John Brown hasn't been going downfield, the other Brown either, and they don't look too good right now. The Rams didn't look great either, but they just, you know, they leaned on their defense, played some gritty defense, and won the game, and that's what it basically came down to. The Cardinals are in legitimate trouble. Are they in trouble enough to where they might miss the playoffs? Yeah, they are, because they do have a good defense though. I said it last time. The Cardinals have a lot of talent around them, but it's a legitimate concern with Carson Palmer injured now that Drew Stanton's probably not going to look good. So it's scary times for the Cardinals. They can still come back, but they need to get hot in the second half of the season in order for that to happen. And they have to win their division games, which losing against the Rams will not do. I don't think the Rams are much of a playoff team. You know, they do have a good start. They're the leaders in the NFC West, but I mean, they're still stuck with Case Keenum at quarterback. Cowboys and Niners. The Cowboys look like they could potentially sneak into the playoffs, so they could win the NFC East somehow, or even put up a good enough record for the wildcard spot. Because whether it's Dak Prescott or Tony Romo at quarterback spot still looks okay. The offensive line, Tyron Smith is out, but they still look pretty good, and Leo Collins is out too. But they still look decent enough. Ezekiel Elliott, back-to-back 100-yard games. And, you know, the defense is still pretty bad. They're winning against the Niners. That's why they were kind of locked down, but Cowboys could sneak into the playoffs as long as Dak isn't making mistakes. He did have some bad throws against the Niners, but if he could tighten that up, you know, things look good. The Chargers are just getting killed by injuries, killed by choke jobs. They could potentially have a way better record than they have this year, but they've blown a lot of leads, including a really bad one where they just kept on fumbling. It was really embarrassing as we pulled Steve Smith. The Saints really did not deserve to win that game. The Chargers defense was locking down a little bit in the second half. They just fumbled too much, and you give Drew Brees too many opportunities, he will come through, and that's what happened. The Saints, meanwhile, they're still terrible even though they won. They still give up way too many points. The Saints suck. We don't gotta spend too much time on that. The Chiefs don't suck. They just faced a really good Pittsburgh Steelers team and a really pissed off Steelers team at Heinz Field. That is hard to beat. When Roethlisberger is locked in, he is scary. When he puts up those like 5 touchdown games, they are so scary because he reads the field as good as anyone and finds the open man, whether it's Coates, whether it's Brown, whomever, Wheaton, whomever it may be. You will find that guy, and especially when it's Antonio Brown, that is GG. The Chiefs, it's more of a fluky win, if anything. The defense didn't really come to play, which they normally do. They'll have better games. They'll still be a good team. Playoff team, it's still iffy because their pass rush is still dead, but they're still a talented team. Me on the Steelers, I still believe they're one of the top teams in the AFC along with the Patriots. Even though they lost to the Eagles, I feel like that was more of a flukish thing. Giants and Vikings, final game. Giants look like they're set up for a little 6-10 to 8-8 season. I don't know what else to say. We did have a lot of injuries in the secondary, which hurt, but the defense still played well enough to win the game. The offense didn't, and that's the real concerning part for the Giants, because the Giants are putting up a lot of yards per game in the air, but they are not converting those into opportunities. There's mistakes. There's Eli Manning mistakes. There's Odell Beckham Jr. emotional mistakes, and that's not going to win you games. You can put up all the yards you want, but you're not putting up points. It's no bueno. So the Giants got to figure out how to fix that. I think the defense is good enough for the Giants. Played well against the Vikings. Bradford didn't play great, but they played well all season. Besides maybe the Redskins game, a couple of big plays, but I do believe in the Giants defense. It's just, you know, they got to tighten up some stuff on the offensive end. Eli's not playing too well right now, and you know, we still have one of the best receiving cores in the NFL, so I still believe we could turn it around. I said 6-8 to 8-8, or 6-10 to 8-8 still looks like our destiny, but we just gotta tighten those things up, win some close games, and then we'll be all good. The Vikings, meanwhile, are the real deal. With Bradford in and even McKinnon in at running back instead of Bridgewater and AP, that's still good enough to carry yourself when you have a defense like they do. The Broncos showed all you need is a legitimate running back like CJ Anderson and an okay quarterback like Peyton Manning to not make bad mistakes, and you can win the Super Bowl. And the Vikings have to be one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl. With the defense they have, the talent they have on that team, Rhodes is locked down. The middle of the field with the middle of the trenches, I should say, with Linval Joseph and Sharif Floyd, Everson Griffin, those guys are locking down. Barr, Kendricks out linebacker. They have to be one of the favorites. The 4-0 could be a little bit of an overachievement, but the teams they've beaten, the quarterbacks they've beaten, I don't think it's an overachievement. The Vikings are for real, and that's our end of the thoughts for this week. Leave a like in the video if you guys enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys next time.